Calling to order agenda review meeting Thursday, May 16, 2019. Time is now 6:30.
6:35.
6:35. Dr. Guy, can you call the roll?
Okay, Councilman Austin.
Present.
Councilor Gaddison.
Present.
Councilor Martin is absent. Councilor Smith absent. Councilor Graham.
Present.
And our Mayor King just walked through the door.
Hello, hello.
Yes, how are you?
Saliga also present. The fire chief.
Remarks of public on agenda items tonight. The minutes to be approved. We have May 2nd, 2019 agenda review.
Those are in your packet, I believe. The other three will be ready before Tuesday.
We can move the May 2nd agenda review to regular council. May 9th, 2019 contracts and property. Move that to regular council. May 14th, 2019 health and safety, and May 14th, 2019 finance. We can move those both to regular council. Okay. All right, reports and announcements from Mayor Brandon King. Right on time for that.
I will have various announcements, reports, and updates for you next Tuesday. Unless there's anything you want me to comment on now, or make sure I have ready for next Tuesday. Woo. That's it.
All right. So, are there any receipts of communication, Dr. Hill?
No communications.
Reports from council committees. You can give your report now, or you can wait till Tuesday. Councilman Austin.
Thank you, ma'am. No quorum for the general services for the last 3 months. I'm very proud to state that. I care enough to come. I care enough to prepare, but the other members of council have other things to do for the last 3 months. I'm going to keep on doing what I'm supposed to do, and that's all I have for you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. So your next meeting to be announced. Okay. So
Next
first,
meeting will be, we had a meeting today, no quorum, so it'll be June.
Yeah,
Meeting in June?
end of June if you want to have a meeting.
Okay.
You'll
It's
actually
June,
start
okay.
your vacation June, July, August.
June, July, August.
Yeah,
Okay.
July.
We'll leave it to
July, August.
determine. Okay. July, August. Okay, so we will have one fourth Tuesday of June at 5:30 p.m.
hopefully we can get a quorum. All right. Person on appointments. Councilman Gaddison, you have a report, or you would like to leave?
There's no report this time.
Share contracts and property. Our next meeting is Thursday. I'll give any report regular council, but the next meeting is Thursday, June 6th at 6:30 p.m. Health and safety is Tuesday, June 11th at 5:30. Finance, Tuesday, May 23rd at 5:30. The next regular council is May 21st at 6:30 p.m. And agenda review Thursday, May 30th at 6:30 p.m. Okay, so we have proclamations for Joseph B. Martin, which is the brother of Councilman Martin, and Ray S. Allen Sr., who was an employee of the service department. And those will be read at regular council. Did you have anything you'd like to say? in
Our
regards to-
condolences on behalf of the city to the families, the loved ones, and those who remain.
All right, we'll move on to legislation.
Okay, ordinance number 2319, an ordinance to amend the East Cleveland Fire Prevention Code sections 1501.17A and 1501.172 and 1501.17C and add one, is that supposed to say that add 1501.173? Is that right, Willow?
1501.17, subsection 3, yes.
Okay. Permits, licenses, and fees to comply with the annual fire prevention license application letter of the East Cleveland Fire Department requested by the fire chief, sponsored by Nathaniel Martin, Councilor at Large, Councilor Jay Gaddison, and Councilor Timothy Austin.
Would you like to say anything regarding?
No, I did send out that, Dr. Guy sent out the bullet points today that was asked to be sent out, and I wasn't sure if you guys got it in time to review. If you have any questions, I can answer now.
If you would, just just paraphrase or summarize the discussion and the, I guess, opportunity moving forward.
Let me take a look here. Even though I wrote this. What we're trying to achieve here is we put a lot of time and effort into all the inspections. There are some hidden costs that we're not necessarily trying to get reimbursed for all of them, but we're trying to close the gap in that. Along with this, some of the funds will be used for internet connections so that our inspector out in the field will be able to complete his inspection right then and there, streamlining the process, and the business owner or property owner will be able to have their fire code violations emailed to them immediately and start the process instead of coming back. He has to enter it all into the computer yet again. Mail it out. By the time they get it, it's a week later. So we're hoping to be able to pay for the internet connection that we need on a monthly basis, as well as add a part-time fire prevention officer to oversee these things. It's not going to pay for the whole thing, but all his wages, but it'll at least make it a little more palatable, if you will, for us to get this through. Without a fire prevention officer, we're struggling to first of all get through all the buildings that we have to get through on a yearly basis. We need somebody that's here at least 3 days out of the week to coordinate this, and that's why we're hoping to be able to get this passed so that we can hire this gentleman. Other things, you know, it's all a big web, if you will, because what we're trying to accomplish in the end is to make this a safer, healthier community. And I'm proud to announce that through the hard work of the guys next door, we've decreased our ISO rating, which is the insurance rating that a lot of companies use to judge what your monthly premiums are going to be for your house, for your business, for your building that you own. So in 2017, when I took office, we were a 5. We are now a 4. The lower the number that we go, the better the insurance ratings are that we can pass along to our citizens and business owners. The goal ultimately is to get to a 2. There's only, in the whole country, there's only about less than 300 level 1s, and they're usually like LA, where there's an infinite amount of money to spend to get to there. Dispatch will lower us hopefully to a 3. And by doing some things with education, which the fire prevention officer would be involved with, and becoming 100% compliant with our inspections, we should be able to get to a 2, which ultimately could mean approximately 20% decrease in your insurance rating, your insurance premiums per month. So we're asking for a little bit to hopefully save everybody a lot of it. We just need to find, it's up to the homeowner, business owner to find the insurance company that accepts the ISO ratings, because not all will accept.
What does ISO stand for?
It stands for Insurance Office Services. Insurance Service Offices. Insurance Service Offices. It's in your bullet points. And they come out once every 5 years, unless I request them to come out. Which once we go to dispatch and we get that solidified for at least 6 months, I'm going to call them back out so that we can hurry up and drop from that 4 to a 3.
And when you talk about education, are you referring to
elderly, schools,
Oh, okay.
just fire prevention stuff.
So you'd be able to go out to the school district.
Exactly.
And then, does that have something to do when the fire department used to give away like free detectors and things like that?
That's kind of gone to the wayside for everybody,
Oh,
because you can get grants for it. There are departments that still do it, but the Red Cross basically has taken that over from us.
okay.
They used to give us the detectors, and probably 3 administrations ago and 4 chiefs ago, there was some screw up in the paperwork, and they kind of don't want to help us out anymore with that. But if our residents call the Red Cross, they will get them their smoke detectors, and if you call the fire department, we will come out and install them.
So councilors, are we have any other questions? You have any questions after that? We can move ordinance, thank you, Chief.
Sure.
Ordinance number 2319 to regular council.
Excuse me, may I have it for you?
Yeah.
Next, tomorrow we have training at Shaw High School. We brought in a fire simulation trailer. We're trying to tie it in with the schools. All are invited to come and see what we actually do. We're running from 9 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
So this is one of those trailers where it simulates smoke or something, which you're supposed to do.
Yeah, it's actually for our guys. They're going to be going in. They simulate fires.
It's up there now.
It's up there now. It's sitting in the parking lot. It was free of charge from the state of Ohio with the instructors because we opened it up to other surrounding communities. We chose to put it at Shaw High School because we're trying to build a very strong connection with the Shaw Cadet program.
Okay.
So we're trying to use it as a recruiting tool as well.
Okay. And what time is it going to be over there?
From 9 in the morning till 3.
It's gonna be right in the parking lot.
Yeah, up against the terrace in the back parking lot is where it's sitting. It'll be there. We're training Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll only be there tomorrow though. So all are invited. If you come early enough, we'll find you some gear if you want to go in.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Point of interest tomorrow is the Shaw Prom lineup.
Oh.
Oh, it's Shaw, yeah.
Not Shaw High School, so you might run into a lot of crowd.
Yeah, that's true.
We did get it approved
Okay.
by the CEO. So
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you, Chief. All right. So next we have ordinance number 2619.
Okay, there was a number change, so, it's now 26-19, so, there's a correction. In order to change the name of Forest Hills Boulevard to Forest Hill Boulevard pursuant to Ohio Revised Code 723.04, change of name, vacating or narrowing streets on petition, requested by Council Vice President Ernest Smith, and sponsored by Joy and Graham, Council President, Councilor Jay Gaddison, and Councilor Tim Austin.
So, okay. Yes.
There was a question from the mayor about what was the actual recorded name of Forest Hill Boulevard, if it was needed a change. And so I looked up a person, a resident who lives on Forest Hill Boulevard, and there it is in the recorder's office, Forest Hills.
How many you got? Is that 3 yet? Yeah, good job.
So I guess
One more for
I'm not familiar with, and maybe that's why is the legislation, as far as residents up there want the S taken off, or?
Well, it was requested by the councilor that requested it was Ernest Smith. I have, where he requested it, and the ordinance requires that a resident requested, and so here's the original letter signed by Michael Smith.
So what I'm asking though, what's the? I'm just wondering, what's the
I talked to, I went to a meeting, they talked about it before. They just want to make sure that it's uniform. One street sign says Hill, other says Hills, and they want to make sure they're uniform, so when they submit their request for additional historical sign, it reflects was actually out there and it's a uniform, response at all street signs.
Okay.
And they claim that's the original name. Somewhere it got changed.
I don't yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it was always Forest
Forest Hill.
Hill.
Forest Hill with no S.
Yeah, it was always up the Forest Hill
Yeah.
neighborhood.
Yeah, it's always one of those things.
And then you figure about the boulevard. It's Forest Hill Boulevard. It's not Forest Hills Boulevard.
But then, you know,
Well, McDonald's. So.
and then people put an S on it by accident, then somebody records it with an S.
Yeah, okay.
So they just want it, and somebody actually printed a sign with an S, so they want to.
And that's what reads up at the actual park, Forest Hills, right? Or does it say
Not
Forest
sure.
Hill?
Some stuff says Forest Hill, some stuff says with an S, some stuff doesn't have an
Because
S.
they just put that sign, yeah. So. All right, well.
May I approach?
Yeah, sure.
Can I give my opinion on this?
Sure, yeah.
Hey, you can.
Sometimes when a resident calls with an emergency and they give us an address, honestly, the difference between Forest Hills and Forest Hill tells us what street we're going to. Because if they say Forest Hills and they give a 5-digit address, because Forest Hill Boulevard is also a 5-digit.
5 digit, yeah.
Forest Hills is also a 5-digit, but if they, you know, if you're not 3 o'clock in the morning, you're not thinking and you're like, okay, those numbers aren't matching. Oh, I'm going to Forest Hills, not Forest Hill. So we could be on different sections of street.
So what that is Forest Hill Avenue, which is Superior and Terrace West.
Right, which are like
Forest Hill Avenue, right?
135 through,
Yeah.
Forest Hill Boulevard
correct.
is the one that goes north and south. The other one goes east and
And those
west.
addresses are awfully close to what you're dealing with on Forest Hill Boulevard Avenue.
Okay.
Awfully close. So, you know,
Okay.
if you're sharp with your streets, that's, you know, okay, they're awfully close. Where am I going? Oh, I'm going to Forest Hills. I'm going up the hill.
So they're 5 digit? I thought they were 6 digit.
They're
Okay.
fired.
They're 5 digits up on the hill. They're 4 digits until you get to Terrace. So that's easy to remember.
I didn't know that.
Oh, that's interesting.
As
Thank you. Well, that's even another reason. And share the police as well. So, we're okay to move this ordinance number 2619 to regular council? All right. All right, remarks and requests from the public, 3 minutes. All right, response to council and mayor's remarks of the public. There are none, so can I get a motion for adjournment?
I make a motion to adjourn at 6:53.
Oh, I'm sorry.
6:53 p.m.
Second.
All in favor?
I tell you, I noticed why these guys were out here. This